There is hope for us, Mr. Freeman. These citizens, these people, your people, they believe in you. Go forth and set them free. Things may be bleak, but only on the darkest nights the brightest stars shine. Welcome, dear viewers, to the Dark Life 2 demo. This mod is the prime example of such a simple idea executed beyond perfection. It aims to reverse the time of the maps shown in Half-Life 2. If Root Canal was during the day, it's now at night. Same with Ravenholm and with Anti-Citizen 1. These are the three areas available to play in this demo. One thing to note is all of this is still under development and is subject to change. Starting off from Root Canal, the first change you're gonna notice are that Metro Cops now have glowing eyes, which is such a nice touch. It's like that one concept art of him from long ago. Then you head outside and boom, jaw-dropping moment. The excellent skybox, the lit up buildings, the lamps lighting up the area. Talk about giving something a new coat of paint. This mod plays with your feelings. By that I mean, these maps are etched into your mind, the original ones, but seeing them at a different time of day makes you see a place you never knew existed. The fact I want to highlight is the level of effort here. If I were to make a mod based on this concept, I could have just changed every level's skybox and the environment lighting and would have called it a day. But the team behind this went above and beyond into making sure the concept is believable and looks great at the same time. Another addition you're going to notice now is the use of dynamic lighting. The team implemented new code which implements dynamic lights onto things like gun turrets, choppers, and later on you'll see them in the airboat and scout car. I think this dynamic lighting works pretty good, and seeing it in action is kind of weird because you're not just seeing something like this in Half-Life 2. All in all, Root Canal looks great at night. The time of day change certainly makes it refreshing to play through the game now, and I believe once the mod is completed later on, it will be a great way to replay Half-Life 2. Root Canal ends when the underground part starts, so next up is Ravenholm. Now Ravenholm straight up looks like Silent Hill and I honestly love it. I think this might be the best change they made to this chapter. The addition of the fog upkeeps that frightening nature of Ravenholm. You would expect that since it's daytime it's less scary. Trust me, it's not. The mist-covered town, the zombies, and of course everybody's favorite padre, Father Grigori, combine to be an amazing experience. I don't know how many of you can relate, but where I live, it certainly gets this foggy during the winter, and this honestly felt very nostalgic to me. It was like I was going through my own town, but now it's filled with zombies that will rip my face off. The only regret I have is making this video during the summer. It's hot as hell right now, but this part of the mod is what I should have been playing during the winter. Would have been more immersive. But anyway, the rest of the chapter plays the same gameplay-wise, but at each outdoor area you'll always stop to look around and appreciate the different appearance it has now. The whole chapter and even the mod gives off the vibe that this is a Half-Life 2, but from another universe, where Ravenholm took place during the foggy daytime. The new time of day is also in full view when you're on top of the roofs. That's where you can see a lot of the map from above and again, appreciate the view. Overall, Ravenholm feels like Silent Hill like I mentioned earlier. It changes the mood from dark and frightening to foggy and ominous. The finale in the graveyard is the highlight of the chapter. With the depressing mood of being in a graveyard, the new aesthetics push it up to 11. It was a fun time fighting off zombies with Father Grigori and later seeing him run into fire. What an absolute madman. Truly Half-Life 2's best character. And this is where the chapter ends, and we move on to Anti-Citizen 1. If you don't remember, Anti-Citizen 1 takes place during the early daytime, so now it's during the late afternoon, which slowly shifts into night. This starting area with the purplish skybox and the orange lighting was such a good view, somber yet full of dread, as if the worst is yet to come. The fight, is about to begin. This chapter uses a lot of orange and cold blue lights in the mix throughout. It makes the already terrifying situation more intense and gives it a slight touch of horror. Here from the terminal, the view of the citadel covered partially behind the fog is a great view, makes its nature ever more monolithic. Like the rest of the mod, going through the uprising during the night is exciting and refreshing. This simple change of time breathes new life into these chapters. Going through dark alleyways and back routes lit by fire is a vibe I never knew I needed. Overall, this is a fantastic mod. This mod proves you don't need a super complex or interesting idea to make a good game or mod. Sometimes, the slightest changes can make the biggest differences in the game. Another thing I haven't mentioned is the team behind this mod, Broken Light Studios. They mostly consist of mappers and modders who've participated in my previous hazardous mapping contests. And one thing I hold with honor is that this mod and the idea started off from my now deleted Discord server. I was there when these folks came up with this idea, and it's such a good feeling to see it come such a long way since then. I'm very proud of them. Keep up the great work, team. Can't wait to see future developments in this mod. And that was the Dark Life 2 demo. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions. I did read your previous suggestions and I'll try to cover them, but it's never bad to have more stuff in the backlog, you know? So that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.